Cool. Okay, so going from the machinations of President Bill Clinton and his cabinet, which he wanted to call Camelot.
Oh, dear.
George Carlin gave a whole thing on that. I won't leave it there.
Yes.
We go to across the pond to the homeland. My homeland.
Tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
And we look at
Cool Britannia.
Now, British pop culture in the 90s exploded all over the world again. Things like the common letterbox and the phone booth and the Union Jack were all symbols of...
We were down for it.
We were down for it. British music took over the world. You know, British pop culture was just everywhere you looked at it.
Yes.
And one of the things that it influenced was the world of modeling.
Yes.
Now,
well, you also had George Michael adopting every supermodel he could find and putting them in all of his videos.
Yes. Well, so, that was George Michael trying to cover up, but sadly.
Yeah, I think at the time he was still, and not fully, but...
I mean,
anyway,
it's a shame you couldn't talk about stuff like that even then,
But yeah, so like Kate Moss and Naomi Campbell became overnight megastars.
Yeah, and they were hanging out with the rock stars,
Christy Turlington and Cindy Crawford and all them, and then, but yes, in their own and with rock stars. I mean, Kate Moss and Johnny Depp, which of course, if you have been under a rock, I mean, she testified for him recently. So, whew. So,
I mean, they were hanging out on Private Island, on Mick Jagger's Private Island with Noel Gallagher while they were writing Oasis' third album, and I'm sure soft drinks and powdered sugar were not on the agenda.
No. So, but the thing that most people don't realize is that as prevalent as the UK lad culture was, it was also mirrored by women. Lad culture was mainly drinking, casual sex, and drugs.
And football.
And hooliganism, yes. But British women also dove deep into that culture as well, starting to become more, vocal on feminist issues in the UK.
That's where girl power came from.
Yes. Girl power is a catchphrase of the pop group The Spice Girls, which was teaching young girls to be themselves and to be awesome.
Which is a good message.
Yes.
But it wasn't a grassroots message. It was a corporate slogan.
Yeah. I mean...
It was a catchphrase.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it was a Simon Cowell group.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was seen as a token slogan as opposed to a genuine call to arms. And this is the criticism that the Riot Girls spoke about.
Yeah, this is what we talked about last week. It wasn't genuine, but it became genuine, if that makes sense. Women were starting to be taken seriously, but it also backfired immensely on Jerry Halliwell. When she went solo, she did a performance at the Brit Awards, I think it was. It was either the Brit Awards or the MTV Awards in Europe, where she basically, it was around about the time that the other Spice Girls were having babies, and and she mocked them for all that was worth, and kind of killed her credibility with the girl power movement because she was saying, look at you stuck at home with kids, and there's nothing wrong with being a mother. There's nothing wrong with being not a mother, and she was kind of took it the whole different direction.
Yeah.